All right, so we got a Kevin Samuels reaction. This is probably the first Kevin Samuels reaction I've done on the podcast. Um, I don't know what topic this is, but let's get into it.
Hello, how are you?
I am well. What do you got for me?
Can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
Oh, I was just thinking that women do. 32.
Okay. All right. And now, what do you got on the topic? Modern women want the world.
Yes, we do. I
Why?
agree. I think that we do.
Why?
Why?
We want it. We built it.
Because we can have it if we want.
You can?
I think that we can have it if we want it.
Okay. Then why don't you have it?
Okay, so the topic is modern women are winning, and modern women want the world. All right, so let's react to this. See what's going on here.
Why don't you have? Why don't you have it?
What do you mean? Why don't I have it?
Why don't modern women have
What
it?
do you mean?
Well, you can say you can have it if you want
I
it.
think that a lot of modern
Hold on. If you say women can have it if they want, and you say they want it, then why don't they have it?
I don't think that they don't have it.
Really?
I have a lot of friends that I believe have it.
Really?
I think it depends on what you're defining as the world.
No. Oh, let's do it. What state do you live in?
Ohio.
Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I said 32.
32. Do you want to be married?
I am married.
Okay. Do your friends want to be married?
My friends are married.
Okay. What percentage of black women will marry in their lifetime?
I think it depends on what age group you talk about.
No. That's not. No, it doesn't. The stats very clear. What percentage?
I think it's 65 to 70%.
Hell no. 26.
26% of black women will be married in their lifetime.
Why are you stroking your hair like that? I mean,
because that's just what I do when I get nervous.
Oh, okay. I get it. 26%, 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime.
What is the statistic based on?
The population.
Is it like population?
The population. 1 in 4 will marry in their life.
This girl just asked, what are the statistics based on? All right, let's continue.
Time.
Okay.
So the fact that you're married means 3 other women aren't. And the fact that your friends are married, that means you got to say 3 times as more aren't. 80% of black children are born to single parent households. Okay. That means no husband. But if you watch my show, or if you ask women, most women will say they want to be what? Married. But yet they can't seem to be married. So that's one thing that modern women say they want, but they can't have.
Okay. Whose fault is that?
Women. Yours.
Why?
Yours. Because
why is it my fault?
Oh, no, not.
Okay, so in the comment section, which way do you see this going? Whose fault is it? Men or women's? I'm not going to give my input. I'm going to watch the discussion, and then I'm going to see which way it's going. But in the comment section right now, whose fault is it? Let's get it.
Yours, women. It's women's fault. I'll tell you why it's women's fault. Prior to 1965, black people in this country were married at a rate of 80%, with the height of Jim Crow, segregation, and everything else.
Yes.
So if we were more married in the 60s and 50s and 40s and 30s and 20s, why all of a sudden, with more advancements, more freedoms and everything else, why are we less married? Because 80% of divorces that are filed in the black community are filed by women.
Okay. And where do you get your statistics from?
The Bureau of Labor Statistics, the census, accurate places like that. Blackdemographics.com, black statistics for black people, by black people. Where do you get your information from?
Similar sources.
Well, tell me some of the...
She questions where he gets his facts and statistics from. Meanwhile, her stats and statistics come straight off the top of her head, out of nowhere, all ass pulls, and then you're questioning his references, and it's okay. Let's just watch the rest.
The places you get yours from?
The census.
Okay, but all I've heard about is your friends so far.
Okay. Well, that's the information you asked me about my friends.
Well, if you, but I asked you about how many what percentage of black women will get married. You said 60 to 70%. You can't.
That was an educated guess.
That was a poor education. If you get your stats from any reliable place, that is just outrageous. So
there's no way for me to know what questions you're going to ask.
But what I will say is, you asked me where I get my information from, and I if you're going to ask me that, you're questioning my stats. So I'm going to question your information. And I will say the little bit of information I've given has been far more accurate than what you've given me in your anecdotal experience.
Okay, all right.
This is another reason why modern women can't have it all, because you don't know enough.
You know, it's okay for you to like give statistics, but if you can't give me the references and you can't show me, hold on.
Okay, so not only did he give her the statistics, he gave her a bevy of references. What? Okay, my bad for keep interrupting. Let's continue.
Hold on, ma'am. Don't play with me. Don't play. No. See, I'm about to go there with you because you asked me where I got them from, and all you got to do is get off your ass and go look for them yourself. But getting off your ass may be a big problem.
Okay.
See, when you play with me, I'll play back.
Okay.
Now, you want to be respectful? We can be respectful. You want to cap and snap? We can do that too.
I don't want to cap and snap.
All right, well, let's keep it respectful.
The original conversation.
Okay, and the original conversation is modern women want the world, but the modern women did not build the world. Modern women don't understand how the basic world works, even the infrastructure. I said that modern women don't know enough, meaning you're not as informed upon the levers of power, the things that actually make women move. Most women only get curious about things that are of substance when they're married or older. Younger women tend not to care about anything, which is why AM talk radio is not for young women. It's for men and old women.
Why do you think that young women don't care?
Because they don't have to.
Then how do they like procure that information? Like, how do they understand?
They usually have to be taught by their man. They're usually taught by their man. You go from your father.
I was not taught by my man.
Well, that's okay. You ask how do they normally do it? That's how it normally happens. That's how it's normally supposed to go happen. It's supposed to go from father to your man's house. But why are women? Here's the question. Since you're asking me this question, why do you think 1 in 4 black women will marry in their lifetime? What's the problem?
I think that the options, like what's available for women, what do you mean
the options? Hold on. The options, you meaning what?
Like in terms of men that are available to them.
51% of black men are single and childless. 64% are in the middle class. There are plenty of marriageable black men in this country. Black men are
and they can't complain about options because it's not even just black men. There's a whole thread of black women that are down with this world and that love the interracial dating. I have a whole segment I'm going to do on that just now. Probably the next upload, next reaction, I'm probably going to do that because there is this huge thread of it going on. There's a lot of double standards on that side, but who the hell cares? We'll get to that later. Let's react to this.
2 million less.
Are they in Ohio?
Black men are 2 million less than black women and 847 million more marriages. There are less black men, but black men are married at a higher rate. So it's not that black women are not marrying anybody.
Are these
black? You don't overtalk me. You do that to your husband. You don't do that to me. I muted you because you don't seem to realize you don't overtalk me.
Just like a woman.
Now, here's what I'm going to need to do. Okay, let's reset this. because I'm willing to have the conversation, but looking all around the room and talking to everybody else is kind of rude when I got, thousands of people watching. I need you to at least give the platform a respect and have a conversation. Please unmute.
Yes,
can we do that?
I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what typically I gave you the numbers about men, but see, it's not just a black men thing. There are plenty of black men that are single and childless. But what about why aren't black women marrying anybody?
Are they also married to black women like in this?
I ask
scenario?
Why are not black women? No, we're talking about women.
Okay.
Black men are married just fine. Why aren't black women marrying anybody?
Does it not matter to you like across race?
I asked the question. Why are they? Because 1 in 4 will marry in their lifetime.
Yeah.
That means anybody. Why aren't they marrying anybody? When in the 60s it was married at 80% rates?
I'm not sure. That has not been like my experience in terms of the black women that I know.
But it doesn't matter. You see, your anecdotal experience does not speak for the greater group.
I agree.
Okay, so we're talking about the greater group. Why is it black women are having a problem finding anyone to marry?
What do I think? I think that maybe they are focusing on their career. Like black women tend to start businesses.
Most women don't. Most black women don't have careers. They have jobs. Most women have jobs, not careers. The largest two employers of black women are the federal government and retail. Those aren't careers. Those are jobs.
Even though black women are the most educated.
No, you're the most. No, ma'am. You're the most enrolled, not educated. The most enrolled, not the most graduated. The most enrolled. See, I know
who's
my.
the most graduated?
You're the most enrolled. You just gave a statistic without any facts, and I turned around and told you that according to you're the most enrolled, and you're asking me another number. And you haven't answered the question. Okay. Why aren't these educated, career, job, business owning women married?
One thing I must say about these discussions is you should not come in these discussions with no stats, statistics. Well, same shit. Wow, fail. Where's my fail button? Without any facts, statistics, or references. Don't come in these discussions with nothing but anecdotal evidence of whatever you just see, and then your random generalizations and your off-the-head numbers. It doesn't bode well in these types of discussions, and you just come for other people and you ask where they get their stats and their facts from, and you don't have your own and you have no references. It's like people should not do this to themselves. They walk into these losing arguments with nothing. Let's continue.
I assume they're not finding men.
They're not finding what?
They're not finding men.
Why?
Like, men are cheating.
Nope.
Men are in jail.
See, folks, this is what I want you to understand. Listen, this is that bullshit. Instead of just holding women accountable, it's always some problem with the men. Why don't you just look at the women? So the problem's still with the men. How about does any other races of women are not the lowest group of married women is white women after this, and they're married at a rate of what, 54%? Almost twice as married. You got to deal with the fact of why black women aren't marrying. Black man or any man.
Lesbians?
Excuse me?
I mean, some women are lesbians.
Are we being serious?
I am being serious. I'm not trying
but that's not the greater percentage of people, ma'am. See, how about this?
But that doesn't.
Let me ask you a direct question.
Yes.
Do you think that the average black woman today is marriageable?
I do.
Okay, then if that's the case, are they fit for marriage?
I think so.
Then why are so few married? When you look at any other race, they're married at a greater rate of 50%. And there was a time where black women were married at a rate of 80%. The numbers don't support your belief.
Okay.
So your belief is wrong. Meaning, regardless if they're black men or any men, black women can marry any man they want to. They're not marrying black men. They're not marrying any man. If they're fit and they're marriageable, why not marry?
What do you think the issue is?
Because they're not fit or marriageable. In general. Okay. Let's go for the main thing that most men want. Let's go for the main thing men want from women. The number one thing that men want from most women is cooperation.
Yes.
Would you consider the rank and file black woman today to be cooperative?
I think black women are cooperative.
Oh, so you okay.
I do.
All right. Okay. Let's go on to the next category. That's what you believe. Okay. And what percentage out of 100% of single black women, what percentage would you say are cooperative with men? With men,
60 to 70%.
60 to 70 black men. The problem solved. 60 to 70% of single black women are cooperative.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in Ohio,
and then you said 51%.
No. Let's go. But let's go on to the next thing. Cooperative. Okay. Next thing men want from a woman is to be physically fit.
Physically fit.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You think the average black woman, single black woman is physically fit?
I think yes. If they haven't had any children,
really.
If they don't
80% of black women are 80% of black women, according to the Department of Health, is overweight, and 80% of that number is obese.
Mm-hmm.
So, ma'am, you cannot tell me that you believe, even by your own eyes, that the average black woman today is physically fit when the average black woman is 5'4" and 187 pounds. That's 60 some odd pounds heavier than black women were even in the 60s. You cannot tell me that they're that.
What the fuck?
That's interesting.
That's true. So what part of Ohio do you live in? Or the majority of black women are 5'4" and 125 pounds or less?
Like what part of Ohio do I live in?
Where do you say you live, Ohio?
Yeah.
What part of Ohio do you live in where the average black woman is 5'4" and 125 pounds less?
Columbus.
And the average black woman is in shape in Columbus?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. Right. The average black woman in Columbus is physically fit.
In my experience, I mean, I
don't mean your experience. I mean, okay.
Based on the statistics that you said, that is not true. The average black woman is not physically fit.
Well, ma'am, we don't have to go much further than the vicinity to realize that's not the truth.
Shit getting out of hand now.
Oh, jeez. Okay. So what he just did there was... Okay. I don't even have to explain what he just did. That was... Yikes. Oh, man. Brutal. All right, let's get back to it.
So, if you believe... Well, I'll put it this way. You are free to believe what you like, but when I listen to a woman say that you believe that most single black women are cooperative with men, 60 to 70%, and most black women are physically in shape and fit. And let's go to the last one, feminine. What percentage of single black women would you say are feminine?
I think it depends on how you describe femininity.
Femininity, come on, man. See, when we have to get...
true.
No, it really doesn't. You want to go to Webster's dictionary? I mean, I don't know how you want to describe it other than what it is. 2 plus 2 is 4. Everywhere else except in the black community, we always go into it depends.
No, I'm just
What percentage
saying
of black women, what percentage of single black women are feminine in your opinion? Having qualities or appearance of traditionally associated with women.
75%.
Woo! Shit. You guys can use this. Hold on.
Oh, he's about to give permission. Okay, I should probably let him say this part.
To my people who watch the videos, to the people who watch to the people who watch my videos, I normally say, I need you to get my permission to use my videos, and I mean that. I don't care if you like it or not. If you don't get my permission, I do give out strikes. And if you bitch and moan about it, it just means you didn't ask for permission. I typically give permission if you just ask. That's the professional thing to do. However, this segment right here, this interview, you can use it.
Yep.
You can use it.
We use it
without even asking.
Yep,
this part, because this shit is crazy.
It is.
60 to 70% of sisters are cooperative with men.
Oh, but
the same percentage of single sisters are.
Okay. The only thing, he always brings a bunch of facts. He's kind of disputing her facts and her numbers because they're just random ass pulls, anecdotal facts. But the femininity thing, I don't think there is an archive or any type of research database system where we could find the facts and the stats behind that, or to even put that into a metric in our community. To, we can't do that. So that one I'm giving a pass, because that is always going to be arbitrary, regardless of who it's from. And if we could find a source to actually break down the femininity scale and actually see how many qualify in the community objectively with numbers, I'd like to see that. But that's the only thing that I'm like, that's not measurable. So nobody's going to be right on that one. Everything else, have at it.
Are fit and in shape. And that same percentage is feminine. Go ahead. Y'all can use that without asking. Use it up. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Ma'am?
Yes.
Thank you for the entertainment, but that is not true. It's not true. 70% of black women are feminine. I realize that you want to make a good case for women, but honestly,
yes,
it's this kind of stuff that makes it worse for women, because you lie and you think you're helping, and it helps to feed the delusion. Ma'am, we can just go to the fitness component, and I'm going to try to be as delicate as I can, but 80% of black women are overweight. And then for you to sit back and say that you see black women as fit.
Meanwhile, being fat.
In Columbus.
It's cap.
Why is that helpful?
I hope this doesn't get me flagged.
I think that a lot of those statistics come from a BMI. And the BMI,
the BMI is not racial, none of that stuff. Ma'am, go look in your family photo. Go look in your family. Go listen.
BMI was established using white males.
Oh my God! Standard. How about you do this? Go back to your family photo album and look at women 100 years ago and show me the 300-pound women. Show me the 200-pound women. Go to your grandmother, your great-grandmother, and show me the women that weighed more than a man. The average black woman weighs more than a man. So I don't care if you want to say it's based off of a white man or not. How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
And I think it's fair to say that you probably weigh more than most men.
She's
at 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I'm taller than most men.
I said most men at 6 feet tall. Most black women weigh more than a man at their height. That is against the nature of human beings. Anywhere on the planet, the female is not supposed to outweigh the male at the same height.
So women don't get anything for bearing children.
No. First off, before we get into that, you have to tell me you're married and have kids, and most aren't.
I don't have any children. I am married.
But okay, so arguably, ma'am, there's no reason that you should weigh what you weigh without childbirth. There's no reason for it unless there's an actual diagnosed glandular problem or a diagnosed issue. which is very much the minority. And see, I need to answer you one question because you've been rather polite, but I do really want to understand one thing seriously.
Okay.
Why do women like yourself feel or believe that you are being helpful to women by lying?
I don't think that you're being helpful to women like for lying.
But you're not telling the truth. You're not telling the observable. You're 32. You're not telling the observable factual reality that you're living in America, man. And even if that's your anecdotal experience, that just looking online, you can look anywhere and see that the majority of Black women are overweight. Black women are not known for being cooperative. Strong, independent, I don't need no man, that aggressive kind of thing. That's the stereotype. And it's rooted in some realities. Not known for being the most feminine. And it's by saying, yeah, we're this, yeah, we're that, yeah, we're this. How is that helpful?
I just want to know then how is that
helpful? Before we answer that question, before we get to now, see, I don't do it. Before we get to that, you got to tell me how that's helpful. How is it helpful? Let me reframe it. How is it helpful to tell somebody who's failing a class, you're doing good? How's it helpful?
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that that's helpful.
Well, modern women are failing in what they want. They want relationships. If you watch this show right now, the first sister I talked to wanted a marriage.
Right.
And she wants more additional kids. And she's on the path to not getting that. And I think it's really hurtful, especially coming from a married woman, to sit back and continue to feed the delusion. And because you don't want to seem hurtful or hurt somebody's feelings. Okay, well, go ahead and keep shooting that heroin, but I don't want to call you a junkie. That's okay. Go ahead. Here's another 8-ball. Keep slamming that, though. But no, here's just a little heroin. Oh, no. It's not helpful to keep lying to people.
Yeah, but don't you think that part of it is confidence in yourself? Like, that's not...
Nope.
You don't think that is important.
Okay, let's look at...
Pretty much lying to yourself, being 6 feet tall as a woman, can't change that. Your height, static, can't change that. It could work if you were skinny, you'd be a model, but at that weight and that height, you can delude yourself with all the confidence you want. But I can't say anything to her. She's married. I can't say anything to her. She is married. It's her friends that she's leading astray. And from Kevin Samuel's estimations, he's guessing they look somewhat in the same ballpark of weight range as her. And she's leading them astray. I don't know. Let's get back to this.
Okay, let's look at Lizzo. Lizzo will be the first one to tell you that she wants a man that's physically fit and in shape and somebody on her level. And she's confident as all get out and go. You think she's going to get a LeBron or somebody on that level? No. Confidence and delusion are two different. You can be confident and wrong.
See, I paused it to make a worse point than him, so it's better that he just said that because that was a much better point. Confidence, delusion. Let's continue.
That's an interesting perspective.
Is it true?
I don't think that we agree on the perspective, but
truth. But I don't. But see, there's a perspective, man. But your perspective can be one thing, but the truth doesn't require you to agree with it. 2 + 2 is 4.
I agree.
Okay.
The truth is the truth.
Well, the truth is the truth. 80% of Black women are truly overweight by any standard. You familiar with an old program called Soul Train?
Yes, I am.
Go back and watch that and see what we're supposed to look like. That's how we're supposed to be built.
But the onus is just on the individual person.
What do you mean? Individuals are the ones that get married.
Factors,
man.
Health,
okay. See what you're going to. The exception doesn't disprove the rule. And see, I need you to understand something. Look at how hard you're struggling to try to justify the unjustifiable.
What I realized about Kevin Samuel's show, great show, all respect to Kevin Samuel's, very insightful, is a lot of his topics are, here, justify the unjustifiable. Here, I have all the evidence and all the facts, but here, justify the unjustifiable. Tell me 2 + 2 = 5 and debate on that, because all of the guests or the women that call in all take losing positions and die on the cliff, and it makes no sense because they're all coming from a losing position every time, and they never realize it, because facts are facts. You can't argue with the facts. You can bring your perspective and feelings all you want to facts. You can't really, it's not going to do anything. All right, let's continue.
I don't have any of my statistics with me.
Well, but you do have a scale. And see, that's the thing people don't like about my show, because you don't have to have statistics to. Sometimes you can look at observable reality. If if 1 in 4 people, if 1 in 4 black women were married in their lifetime to any man, there's a problem. That means men are saying no. And you got to ask the men why they're saying no. And most men will say they're no because, 1, lack of femininity, fitness, and cooperation. That's it. And
in this scenario, do you believe that women can ask men to marry them?
Hell no.
Do you think if
you
more
can ask
women
all day, you can
men,
ask all day long, and you'll just get rejected. Women control access to sex, and when a child is born, men control access to relationships. If it were easy as that, then Lizzo should be able to run up to LeBron and get married, or Drake, or whoever. That ain't how it works.
LeBron is married.
You get the point. And see, the thing is, I'm listening to a married woman sit back and continue to feed that. It's like Beyonce, all the single ladies, and she was running her married ass back home.
You know what's funny about that? I thought the same thing before I got married.
But you're doing the same thing she's doing. You're still you're fighting but the fact of the matter, we've had a conversation, and you have fought to defend the indefensible.
That's what
you fought to make a reason for it, other than saying yes. There's no reason that a black woman should weigh more than a black man at her height. There's no environmental factor to where a female who's 5'5" should outweigh a man who's 5'5". Absolutely none. And instead of holding that, and if you can't even be true by the biology, how can we gonna get true on the sociology? So you asked who's at fault? Women, like I said, because you lie to one another, you coddle each other, you delude one another. I'm helping more women than women like yourself because, well, he's so harsh, he's so mean. But guess what? Telling the truth, the men believe, and the women are getting the outcomes. There are women right now saying, I listen to Kevin. He's the reason I'm engaged right now. I thank you for at least being respectful, but man, you got to start being honest with women. And the truth of the matter is, men want women who are fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. And they don't have to be millionaires to want that. The average man in this country gets that without being a 6-figure dude. Julio and Javier don't have to be a baller to get Rosita to act like a woman. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think that was reasonable though, guys. That was a good. We're gonna have to have those.
It's not hard to fool me.
Let me just pause that real quick before that shit demonetizes my entire upload with his music. But yeah, good points there. Good points by Kevin Samuels. His show is generally constructed in a way where the point definitely sits in and gets across well. So shout outs to him for that. That's probably my first extended reaction to any video. Shout out to him for his long format and getting the callers and everything. That kind of made me adjust the way I do my show too, just taking it from seeing what he's doing and just being like, you know what, I can elevate my shit and take in some callers and do some live shows too. So shout out to Kevin Samuel, shout out to the Manosphere and all these guys putting out this content for men. My channel has a lot of my channel ranges, so it's not going to be this type of stuff. I'm not deep into the relationship talks because being in a relationship, sometimes telling people about themselves and giving advice, you come across preachy, and people think that that you feel like you're better than them because you're in a relationship and blah blah blah. That's why when they question him being single in a relationship, like giving relationship advice, I'm like, okay, he is a image consultant, professional, been married twice. He has enough experience, enough insight, and he's definitely qualified for the job to give that type of advice. But I'm not doing that. I'll react to some of these things. I'll take in some callers for my show. So we'll speak about some topics, some events, some ideas, some discussions, maybe a little bit of relationship talks, but for the most part, I won't step into this lane. It's more of to react to this stuff and get the insights from the ideas and the topics that they discuss and make it a larger conversation, because these conversations definitely need to be had and they're good for our community. And if you don't agree, it's good to just listen and take in someone else's perspective, because that's how you learn new things. I'm gonna wrap this up though. We right back at it. Yeah.